Yeah, so I wrote the article because seeing the criminalization and just all the trials and tribulations my mom has had to go through as a parent, and the daily attack on Black children and bodies, it really scared me. It still scares me. It affects how I look at parenting and parenthood and my ability to be a parent. So that's why I wrote the article. I go back and forth between wanting to be a parent, but I am very firm in the fact that I believe in uplifting Black parents, Black mamas, and celebrating them, because the journey and the job of being a mother is hard, and they have a struggle every day.
Why do foreign-born Blacks have lower infant mortality than native-born Blacks? And the reason this was done was to be able to tease out race as a factor, and particularly being raised in a racialized society as a Black person. Because at first it was like, well, is it something genetic about being Black? Is that the reason why the infant mortality rates and the maternal mortality rates are so disparate? But once they did this study, they were able to show that it's actually being raised in the society as a Black person, exposed to white supremacy over and over again throughout the course of your life, that causes these disparities.
Imagine if you experienced a birth at home that ended in pregnancy loss. Then nearly a year later, you were indicted and jailed. Latice Fisher is a 32-year-old wife and mother from Starkville, Mississippi, going through this exact horror.
Some Starkville residents are outraged after learning that 32-year-old Latice Fisher has been indicted for killing her newborn child last year.
As an attorney working to advance birth justice, I'm concerned anytime someone is punished by the criminal justice system over a pregnancy or birth outcome. That's why I'm deeply concerned about the case of Mississippi mother Latice Fisher. Shortly after giving birth at home, the baby was taken to a local hospital in Starkville, Mississippi, and pronounced dead. Now, Latice Fisher is facing second-degree murder charges. It does nothing to improve public health when pregnant people are penalized for birth outcomes. I also know that our country is facing a maternal mortality crisis that is rooted in racism, and that we have a child welfare system that targets Black families. In this environment, the last thing Black mamas need is the threat of prosecution for their birth outcomes.
Latice is currently out on bond thanks to the hard work of folks in her community like the Mississippi Reproductive Freedom Fund and nationwide support from organizations like the National Advocates for Pregnant Women.
I am a social justice activist. I work with Southern Birth Justice Network. I'm the doula coordinator there. I have 2 children, and I had them both at home. I did 2 free births, and I largely did those free births because I didn't have access to midwifery care, and I was just like, I know I'm not going to the hospital. My home birth experiences were beautiful. I had my 2 children at home unassisted. I had a midwife accompanying me for the first one, and that was in Oregon, and it was a beautiful experience. I had a water birth, caught my baby, put him on my chest. We did skin to skin. We breastfed immediately.